Imagine this. It's December 1999. Everyone's panicking. People are hoarding groceries, bottled water, even candles. Not because of a storm, not because of zombies, but because of computers. At 11:59 p.m. on December 31st, millions of people weren't partying. They were staring at their TVs and computers, waiting to see if the world would still work. But why? Who were we afraid of? Aliens? A falling asteroid? The return of the dinosaurs? Nope. We were terrified of a bug, a software bug. They called it the Y2K bug, basically the year 2000 problem. So, what is this exactly? Back in the early days of computers, memory was super expensive. We're talking 1 megabyte costs like a car expensive. So programmers tried to save every byte they could. How? By storing the year with just 2 digits. Instead of writing 1999, they wrote just 99. Seems harmless, right? Well, the moment year turned 2000, computers looked at 00 and said, "Ah, yes, welcome back to 1900. And that tiny confusion could end up causing chaos. Picture this. Your bank suddenly thinks your loan started a century ago. Interest rates start breakdancing. Air traffic systems go nuts. Some people were worried that nuclear missiles might accidentally launch, simply because the system thought we'd gone back to 1900. All because computers couldn't figure out what 00 really meant. Basically, all the machines on Earth were like, wait, what year is it again? Funny thing, someone predicted all this decades earlier. In 1958, a computer scientist named Bob Bemer warned everyone, hey, this 2-digit year thing might cause problems later. And people said, oh, relax, Bob, we'll deal with it in 40 years. And they didn't. All right, so how do we fix this? All around the world, governments and companies kicked off a massive effort to repair millions of lines of code. Programmers were working overtime, probably fueled by coffee. The USA alone spent over $100 billion fixing Y2K issues. That's a lot of money just to make sure your machine doesn't think it's 1900. And guess what? It worked. January 1st, 2000 arrived. The lights stayed on, planes didn't fall, banks didn't explode, and nuclear missiles stayed nice and quiet. So yeah, the world didn't end. Humans may have been a little lazy in the beginning, but when the deadline got close, we did what we always do best: panic efficiently. By the time the clock struck midnight, the end of the world turned into one big global sigh of relief. The Y2K bug didn't destroy us. It just became a great story about how a tiny piece of code almost scared the world into buying too many instant noodles. So, the next time someone says, it's just a small bug, remember, one tiny bug almost caused the biggest global debugging session in the history. Hit like and subscribe if you want me to decode more weird moments like this one.